My name is Jody Bogart. Today I'm going to show you how to draw a face. I know what you're thinking. There's no way I can draw a face. I've heard that so many times. Guess what? You can. I'm going to break it down into simple shapes and take you step by step. So here is an example. It's very stylized. It's really fun. You can decorate inside and color it all kinds of wild colors. So all you need is a pen and paper, an open mind, and like I always remind you, please be kind to yourself. Maybe you've never done this before, so you might not be perfect at it. That makes sense. There is no perfect, but just being willing to give it a go. So here we go. I like to start with a Sharpie, but you can use a pencil and an eraser. I just kind of like to go for it with my marker. So what we're going to do is we're going to just create a border. And I like to do a squiggly line because that way I'm not attached to if it's perfectly straight. It just keeps it loose, which I like. And I'm going to put just kind of a horizontal, an arc there. This pen is not working great, so I'm going to switch my pen because we're going to write words in here at some point. So I'm going to begin with my face, and it's just a series of shapes. So as you'll see, I'm going to just do a soft, kind of, I guess it would be a U shape. And this is going to be the shape of her face, her head. And then I'm going to do, this is actually an eyebrow down to the nose. I imagine you can start to see her already, or him. And another eyebrow. They're not perfectly even, but it still works. And we're going to make her eyes closed. See, it's just really a series of shapes. So I'm going to make the other eye. And I'm going to do just a soft, kind of a U shape for the tip of her nose. And then do you remember when you were in school, maybe you drew those little birds in the sky? So it's just kind of a soft M or a bird shape for the top of her lip. And then just another U shape for the bottom of her lip. And then just a line that connects both. It's easy, right? That's her face. Look at that. You drew a face. And now we're going to draw her neck and shoulders, and we're just going to let the shoulders go off to the edge of the border. And we're going to give her a decent sized neck instead of a tiny little neck, okay? She needs a neck to hold up her head. Okay, now we're going to do an ear so she can hear us. So an ear on a human face goes from the bottom of the nose to the middle of the eye, believe it or not. So it's just kind of a little half of a peanut shape, really. It's the same with the other side. And you have drawn a woman's face. I've called them muses, I've called them wise women, or you could, your highest self, whatever you want to call this drawing that you did. So we can add a little bit more, but that's it. You drew her, very simple. So we're going to add eyelashes. And eyelashes, because she's looking down, eyelashes are going to go in this direction. And we're just going to kind of draw a few going out to the side. And I'm not going to continue them all the way across because they'll look a bit like a caterpillar. It looks a bit odd. So we're just going to do a few, really. Now, that is all she needs. But if I wanted to embellish her a little bit, I could add nostrils. And they're just kind of like little brackets on the side of her nose. I could even add something like a little chin. I could put an eyelid. And I also think I always like to make her eyebrows a little bit thicker than just the line. And then I can fill that in with color. In my case, I usually just do it with black. And on another video, I'll show you how to do eyes open. But on this one, we're just gonna, eyes closed are easier. So we're gonna focus on that. And then I love to embellish her more, and it's fun to put earrings on her. and maybe some hair going up into whatever this shape is here. Could even be bangs sweeping across the front of her head, and then her hair up on this side. And I like to do it in sections where you can color inside of versus hair being, you know, a bunch of lines. I like the cleanness and the simplicity and the graphicness of that. And then you can decorate, or you can put stuff in the background. I'm gonna put a heart here because I love hearts, and I love the idea of her speaking from her heart. And it's fun to decorate the heart with whatever. And she could even have wings, just little wings on the side. And now since I did that there, it's kind of bothering me. I feel like I need to add a little bit there. So you can see how easy that was, and you can practice it and get it. I mean, so much of her expression comes in the mouth. I'm gonna put these little, make her a little bit happier. And the shape of the face, it could be a longer, pointier chin. It could, I don't know, they come out very different every time I do them. So you could decorate her earrings and then color inside of those. I mean, you can just really embellish her and have fun with it. You could do little, I think dots, like I mentioned in another video I did, dots are a really fun decorative accent. Just put little dots down the side. She could even be, because she's otherworldly, she doesn't have to be realistic. She could have a little swirl, you know, I love my swirls, on her cheek, why not? So go ahead and you might need a couple times of practicing the steps to get to a face that you really like. Mine's not perfect. She's a little, her chin isn't perfect, her mouth is crooked here, but it still works. And then I'll go ahead and paint her, but first I want to put some words in here, and I'll take you through a process to get those words. Okay, so now that you've drawn this face that we're calling your higher self, your muse, your wise self, whatever it is you want to call her or him, I want you to take a minute and close your eyes and go within, and he or she has messages for you. Because this is a part you can access, a deep part of yourself that has the wisdom and the knowledge to help you through whatever challenges and struggles you might be going through right now in your life. And just listen and see what messages are there for you. They're there. So maybe turn the video off and take a minute and find that for yourself. And then once you do, take time to just journal it down. And then we're going to take the main points of that, the wisdom that you got from that meditation. And we're going to write them in the band of that illustration. The words that came through to me, I'm going to go ahead and write them here. Okay, and now just take a look at your picture and see if there's anything else that you want to add. I feel like it's a little plain in the wings. Add a few things there. What else? Maybe some dots here. Yeah, and I could add some things here. I could add another border, but for now, I feel like that's good. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and color her. So I'm going to use the Inktense colored pencils again, like I did in my last video. I really love these. They're really bold color and easy to use. And I'm just going to start anywhere. And I love doing red lips, so you know, the Sharpie is a nice thing to use because it doesn't bleed when you hit, when water gets on it. So I'm just gonna wet my paintbrush after I colored this, and you can see how it's just like painting with watercolors, but a lot more controlled. Ooh, I really like that. That's a fun color, red. I want red lips like that, red lipstick. Okay, and I'm also gonna use, in this case, I'm gonna use a little bit of this pink and the red in the heart. So I'm just gonna go around and I'm gonna continue to color. And you can color your illustration however you want it. And I would really encourage you to listen in to what she or he is wanting, because it might not be something you would normally use, a color choice you would normally choose. It's kind of fun to be guided by the painting if you can listen in to maybe what they want. And when it comes to the face, just use, you can use a color. Actually, it could be green or pink or red or whatever. It doesn't have to be a normal skin tone. In this case, I happen to be using a tan color. And I also grabbed kind of a goldy yellow color, so we'll see how that goes down. So as you can see, I'm adding some dark areas to give it a little bit more dimension, like under the chin and the shoulders. You don't have to do that, but it's kind of fun if you want to give it a go. I'm also adding a little bit of dark in the folds of where the eyelid is and the sides. It's kind of like the idea of putting your makeup on and doing eyeshadow. And then a little bit of a shadow underneath her hairline there. And then also just on top of the eyelid, just a little bit of a pink color in her cheek, super subtle, and I'm going really lightly with the pencil and just blending it with just a touch of water. Just kind of, again, it just adds a little dimension to her. It's absolutely not necessary, but if you want to explore and play with it a little bit, it's fun to do. And I'm just going to continue to go around and paint the rest of her. take a look at your colored drawing, and after it's dried, if you've used watercolor pencils, you can go ahead and just continue to embellish her a little bit more if there's anything that you feel that she needs. Like the marker should go on top of what you've already done. You could just add more patterns and lines if you want, just to kind of give her a little extra flair. And I'd say maybe the only thing is just to, for my case, I'm going to thicken up her, kind of like she has a eyeliner. This makes her eyes stand out a little bit more. Yeah, I like that. So I'm hoping you had fun and that you are proud of yourself for maybe the first time you've drawn a face. And just keep it up, have fun with it. And next time I'll show you how to do eyes open. Thank you.